Long road ahead, but today is a good day, and it's worth celebrating. Behind us here is a rich history of natural wonders and human achievement. Once there was a giant salt marsh here that drew all the native people of the land to live, trade, and flourish. I have a photo, and Nils is in front of it, but you guys can check it out later. Not only were there rich salt flats, but freshwater aquifers right at the surface, and the abundant sea life, flora, fauna, provided the Chowigna Indians with a fine place to live. Then came European settlers Henry Allinson and William Johnson, who in 1854, 163 years ago, bought this site for commercial uses for $2 an acre. They set up the Redondo Salt Works, which in its heyday produced as much as 10,000 pounds of salt per day. By 1890, the tourist trade had begun to flourish, and 2 rail companies ran 6 times a day from downtown LA to Redondo Beach. By 1910, the frequency had increased to every 20 minutes, and they carried over 2 million people that year. Visitors and businessmen to this coastal area could make it from downtown LA in 30 minutes. Try doing that on this Monday, November 20th, 2017 at 9:30 in the morning. Then came Pacific Light and Power, who built the first power plant here around the turn of the century. Southern California Edison built these power lines out to the coast. And for over 6 decades, there were a series of power plants that provided power to millions of residents and businesses in Southern California. This facility changed hands many times, and for the last 18 years has been owned and operated by the AES Corporation. Now the plant is being decommissioned, and the days of this being a power plant generation facility are over. AES and the community are now faced with what to do with this 50-acre oceanfront property. And it's already a state landmark, number 373, Old Redondo Salt Lake, and it's bordered by the most densely populated area on the entire California coast, Hermosa Beach. The area is known as Park Poor, with less than 3 acres of parkland per 1,000 residents, and the South Bay is crying out for the type of community-based waterfront facility other communities have managed to implement. A Central Park type venue is essential for a vibrant, prosperous, healthy community that values the environment, personal health, along with the financial success required for us to flourish. All of these go hand in hand. Now that this site is for sale in 2017, and no, it will not be going for $2 an acre, we're gathered here today, the Mayor and City Council of Redondo Beach, LA County Supervisor for this area, Janice Hahn, and our State Assembly Member Al Maritsucci, with the support of our State Senator Ben Allen, who couldn't be here today, to announce that the City and County have made a proposal to AES to buy this 50-acre site with the intention to restore some of the wetland and build the open space and waterfront parkland that this site, its ancestors, its pioneers, and this community so richly deserve. That was a punch. Unfortunately, the public is not only suitor interested in this choice piece of property, and it will not be all park. There is a competitive bidding process going on right now, and we have only made a proposal on how we plan to get there. Everything gets very complicated after that, but your government agencies have decided to take a leadership role instead of waiting and watching to see what happens. Redondo Beach cannot do this all on its own. We need the help of everyone, including the county, the state, our neighbors, the surrounding communities, and developers. It's going to take a monumental effort, but I'm confident we can get there with patience, persistence, and the type of partnerships we have already begun to form. We will be working with all the above agencies and AES, along with a private sector partner to be determined, to craft the financial model that will maximize open space, minimize impacts to the community, and create an ongoing revenue stream for the city and county that grows as we grow. If all the pieces fall into place, we will be well on our way to restoring this historic site while maintaining some of its original splendor so we can begin the next chapter for the Redondo Salt Lake. So that's why I feel very optimistic today. It's an historic day. It's a beautiful day. And we're all here committed to a path of good health and improving this area for generations to come. Many thanks to my colleagues on the council for their hard work, our city staff for their tireless efforts, Larry Cosmont and Cosmont Associates, and to all the residents and groups who have fought so hard to get us all this far. So with that, I'd like to introduce our county supervisor for this area and thank her for her encouragement and her support, followed by our State Assembly member, Al Marituzzi. So, Janice Hahn.
Well, thank you, Mayor Brand, and thank you for your leadership on so many issues, but particularly on this issue. This is an exciting day. You know, I've been involved with this community for a long time. In fact, I was an Edison employee back in the time when this plant was still owned and operated by Southern California Edison. And I know that this community has dreamed about something different being at this piece of land. This piece of land is full of potential, but I also know that Redondo Beach residents have been worried about increasing density and traffic, and worry that any redevelopment of the AES site must take those considerations into account. But today is a unique and surprising development that your government agencies, the county, the city, would come together to actually be one of the proposals to take control of this land. And the County of Los Angeles is looking at many ways that we can partner with the City of Redondo Beach, with Mayor Bill Brand, with the City Council, on a project that will be right for Redondo Beach and right for the entire South Bay. The city is taking the lead here, but my presence here today says that the County of Los Angeles is willing to support the city's efforts in any way that we can. I'm going to be asking the County of Los Angeles to explore the possibility of creating a special financing district for the redevelopment of the AES site and bringing other county resources to this project. This is a great and exciting moment for Redondo Beach, and I know this is a vision that the community of Redondo Beach has held for a long time. And from the moment that Bill Brand was elected mayor, he began to put into place a redirection, a new thought, more creativity on how this city can proceed with the sale of this property. I appreciate him and his city council for the incredible leadership and courage that they are taking in light of how many developers would love to get their hands on this project. And I appreciate the fact that they want to be at the table when the decisions are made, because the next decision impacting this property will last forever. And it needs to be right. And I want to be there to support the people of Redondo Beach, the mayor, and the city council in that vision. So thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our great state assembly member, Al Marituzzi. Al.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's another beautiful day in Redondo Beach. My name is Al Marituzzi, and I have the privilege of representing the beautiful city of Redondo Beach in the California State Assembly. And I am here to join Mayor Brand, the City Council, and Supervisor Janice Hahn in supporting this exciting first step toward the dream of replacing the AES power plant with a park with open space for Redondo Beach families, children, seniors, everyone to enjoy. I've been working with Mayor Brand along with Senator Ben Allen to make sure that we included language specifically tailored to support Redondo Beach and its efforts to convert this power plant to parklands and open space through SB 5, the park bond measure that will be on the June 28 ballot next year. There's language specifically crafted to support Redondo Beach in this effort. So again, I'm here to thank the mayor and the city council for their bold leadership and fighting for the dream of parks and open space. And I'm here to support all Redondo Beach residents who will benefit from this leadership. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Al. Thank you, Janice. Senator Ben Allen supports it. He couldn't be here. Allison, did you want to read the statement?
Sure.
Yeah. Senator Ben Allen's field. Sorry, Allison. What's your title? Okay. Senator Ben Allen's district representative, Allison Toll.
Good morning. I am here on behalf of State Senator Ben Allen, who represents the coastal communities of Los Angeles, including here in the South Bay. Senator Allen would like to say that I worked closely with Redondo Beach officials and Mayor Brand to ensure that the upcoming Parks Bond, Senate Bill 5, has money allocated for restoration projects such as this one at the AES Redondo site. I'm delighted to see the City of Redondo Beach and the County of Los Angeles working together to transform an underutilized power plant into a beautiful public park. I will continue to support their efforts to create increased access to public open space for our community. Thank you.
Well, that's kind of it, folks. We're going to be here to take questions afterwards. So thank everybody for coming, and thank US Bank again. And that concludes our press conference.